Hey everybody! It is week 2, boom, of Starting Out Solitary. This is Monday and I'm your host, Tara. I'm really glad that you're back for another week with us. This week we're going to be discussing Litha. So let's start out by talking about what Litha is. Now I know that a lot of people this week are probably going to be talking about the meaning of Litha, what it is, what it means to them, and how they celebrate. I'll kind of touch on that. I'm going to go a different direction and talk to you more about Sabbats in general and being a newbie dealing with it. But first, let's touch on what's going on with Litha. So, today is Monday, June 16th. I am going to be jet setting to California on the actual holiday of Litha. And so I will not be here to film, so I'm filming a week ahead of time. Now, what Litha is, if you don't know about the Wheel of the Year, it is what pagans follow to mark the passing of time throughout the year and the changes within the world around them. Litha is one of the 8 Sabbats. There's 4 major Sabbats and 4 minor. The major Sabbats mark the 4 equinoxes, and the minor ones fall in between. That's just the easiest way to say it. Anyway, research the Wheel of the Year. You'll find out a lot of good information. But Litha is the time when the sun is supposed to be strongest. It is a day where the sun literally is supposed to appear as if it just hangs in the sky all day. So it is all about that strong sun energy, the strong male energy, the energy of the god. It also marks the time where the sun begins to weaken and we begin to transition into the waning part of the year. Now, I would say that as a Leo, I really resonate with that strong sun energy. I was born in August, which is Leo is a sun sign, so I really resonate with the sun. A lot of people in Wicca or witchcraft or paganism have a strong feminine energy in their practice, and some practices revolve solely around that and the goddess and the moon. But I resonate quite a bit with the sun, and so I have a healthy balance of both, I think, in my practice thus far. So because I am going to be gone, I will probably celebrate Litha quite briefly. I will be with my dad and my brother, who both know that I'm a pagan. But so I will probably get a cup of coffee in the morning, go sit out on the hotel balcony or in the common area or something outside, and just kind of bask in the sun as it rises in the morning, and kind of meditate on that. And I might take brief moments throughout the day to kind of think about it and talk to the god and stuff like that. And as I'm discussing it, here comes the sun. Hello, God. I will not really have the opportunity to celebrate much other than, really meditating on the day, what it means, what that god energy means to me, or that male energy. Really kind of thinking about the time of year and how it affects me. That's going to be my celebration, and that's fine. That is totally fine. Sometimes, that's all it takes to mark the passing of the Wheel of the Year. But I'm sure that other people this week will have rituals or spells or things that they are going to be doing, so definitely check in for that. We're gonna get serious right now. This is my serious voice. Just want you to know that. I'm gonna level with you. When you're starting out, it is freaking hard to incorporate all the good bajillion holidays that there are for pagans. Now, like I said, there's 4 major Sabbats, there's 4 minor Sabbats, there's also 13 Sabbats. Those aren't really holidays, they're more like an observance, because what it is the observance of the full 13 full moons throughout the year. Well, it's a lot to keep track of. It's a lot to have to do something for. So not everybody observes all the Sabbats. I think it's nice to at least go outside and look up at the moon or where the moon is going to be, and just kind of, put some thought into it. Maybe have a little conversation with the goddess, something. Maybe do a little meditation. I think it's nice to do that. I don't think you have to do a full ritual, even though sometimes you may choose to. But that's 13 times a year. 8 times a year, there's a holiday that marks the passing of time throughout the wheel of the year. And it's hard. It's hard to incorporate all of this into your practice. And I don't want this to be a super long video. I think it's going to kind of be longer than the last one, but I just kind of want to talk about this a little bit. First, pagan holidays are not national holidays. So if you're like me and you're a busy person and you work a lot, you probably have to work on the pagan holidays, which can make it difficult if you want to put in the time and energy into crafting a ritual, unless you have one already made and it's in your spell book and you can just take it out and do it, which newbies don't typically have. We're in the process of learning about rituals and how to craft them. So it takes a lot of time in the beginning until you figure it all out. Also, if you are brand new to the path, chances are you're going to be in the closet. Now, I have a handful of people who know that I'm a pagan. Most people don't. So I'm like in the closet with one foot out the door. Which also makes it difficult because it's very hard to have an outward display of celebration. So, sometimes you just have to have a little celebration. Like I said, when it comes to Litha, I'm just going to be spending some extra time meditating in the sunshine. So it's hard, and I don't want you guys to get discouraged. I don't want something like that to take you off the path, because you don't have to do something big. You can just light a candle. You can just go stand outside and connect to the divine and connect to nature, and that is completely fine. That is a very good way to celebrate, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I just want you to know that, because it's hard when you're new. It's so freaking overwhelming to have all this information, and all of a sudden you have these 8 holidays that you feel like you have to celebrate, which you don't have to, but I like to. I kind of connect with the wheel of the year. It's something I like, so I feel like I want to celebrate it, even if it's just lighting a candle and saying a little something to the god and goddess. So yeah, it can be difficult, and it's all part of the lifestyle. When you start out, you don't just say, I want to be a witch, and poof, you're a witch. It doesn't work that way. We're not genies. We can't do it. No nose wiggles. So what you do is you make tiny changes in your lifestyle to convert. Now, if you're already somebody who lives out in the woods and gardens and, lives naturally, there's probably not that big of a switch for you. But if you're a city slicker like me, it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a life changer, I just make little changes. I try to meditate. I try to incorporate that as much as I can, which I never used to do. I'm trying to learn how to garden. So that is a transition. I suck at gardening. I'm horrible. I'm like the freaking Black Death for plants. But I'm trying so hard. I'm not ready to give that one up yet. So, I am working with crystal energy more. I don't know how to do crystal grids or anything like that yet, but I pick out a crystal that means whatever I think it means, and I will set it somewhere to conduct that energy in that area or carry it in my pocket. I'm working with different things to change my lifestyle, and it's going to be slow, it's going to be gradual, and I want you to know that. You don't have to learn this stuff overnight and suddenly wake up and be like, all right, let's sell everything we own, move to a cabin in the woods, and become, homesteaders. You don't have to do that. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about at all. It is about living wherever you are and bringing the magic to that place. I also want you to know that it's, it is a lifestyle. So you will change. You're going to find yourself changing. And these holidays, if you watch these holidays progress throughout the year, you're going to watch yourself change with the wheel of the year. The other thing that's difficult with these holidays is where you live. Like I said, I'm in Washington. So I am going to show you a clip of what June in Washington is here. Welcome to lovely June in Washington. This is my backyard. I was actually going to film the whole video out here, but because it is cloudy, you can't tell, but it is sprinkling a little bit. Yeah, it's not midsummer to me. It's the beginning of summer to me. So Litha is also called midsummer. I don't call it midsummer. It's cloudy, it's rainy, so you have to craft these holidays around you and where you live. You can't do a ritual that talks about the sun and how it's shining down on you and you're basking in its golden rays when it's cloudy and possibly rainy. That doesn't work. So you need to craft these things around you. So if you are going to do a ritual or a spell of some kind, just remember that, you know, it doesn't have to exactly be what everyone else does. Your path is personal, your tradition is personal, the things you do are going to be personal, so your holidays are going to be personal also. All right, that's enough of my serious voice. I don't want to be serious no more. So I'm going to be gone, but I hope y'all have a fantastic holiday, a blessed Litha. I hope he gave you some food for thought maybe, and I think that's all I've got to say. So blessed be. I so told you guys. How do you like that? It was just sunny, now it's raining. Good old Washington.